In a whirlwind of financial concern, Moody's has cast a shadow over the landscape of 6 major U.S. banks. Among them, the Bank of New York Mellon, State Street, and Northern Trust, as it contemplates a potential credit downgrade. The somber announcement, reverberating through the market, has set investors on edge, foreseeing more turbulence for the banking sector. Moody's cautioned against the backdrop of ongoing strain in the American banking sphere, highlighting escalating funding pressures and potential vulnerabilities in capital reserves that financial institutions must maintain. As these pillars of the financial world stand at the precipice of a credit rating shift, the question lingers: are we teetering on the edge of another banking crisis? Welcome to Global Economic Drops, where we bring you simple summaries of important daily and weekly economic news from around the world. Our mission is to simplify the economy and help you navigate the treacherous waters facing investors today. So before we get into today's videos, hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications by clicking the bell icon. And if you find our news briefs valuable, don't forget to hit the like button. Leave a comment down below telling us just what you think is going on with the state of the world. And share this video with a friend or two so that you can all stay updated together. Thanks for watching, and now let's dive into it. In a climate of economic unease, Moody's recent decision to place 6 prominent U.S. banks on credit rating review has sent tremors through the financial realm. This dire prospect has manifested as a hushed crescendo of concern, casting a cloud over institutions like the Bank of New York Mellon, State Street, and Northern Trust. Their potential credit downgrade, now hovering like an impending storm, has unleashed a wave of unease among investors, whose worries about the fragility of the banking sector have become palpable. The resonance of Moody's warning, issued on a fateful Monday, reverberates due to the multifaceted vulnerabilities plaguing the U.S. banking arena. These vulnerabilities are underscored by heightened funding pressures that squeeze the lifelines of these financial giants and a disconcerting whisper of weaknesses in their capital reserves. This disquieting revelation, shrouded in financial jargon, translates to an urgent question: can these banks weather another storm when their very foundations are in question? Such a credit downgrade carries weighty consequences, potentially translating to soaring funding costs, akin to financial quicksand that threatens to consume these institutions. With the ominous haze of these events casting a shadow, the stock market experienced a palpable shudder. The Dow, S&P 500, and Nasdaq collectively echoed the market's unease, each index relenting to the gravity of this unfolding narrative. The financial turmoil birthed by this announcement particularly affected bank stocks. Notable names like Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, and Bank of America saw their stock values recede, a reflection of the precarious equilibrium upon which they teetered. As this unsettling chapter unfurls, the underlying narrative recounts the recent upheavals within the U.S. banking sector. The collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and First Republic earlier in the year sent shockwaves, and the Federal Reserve's successive interest rate hikes further shook the foundations of these banks. Moody's astutely pointed to the collateral damage inflicted by these rate hikes as the value of the bank's fixed-rate securities and loans dwindled. It's a chilling reminder that the intricacies of financial regulation often fall short in capturing the full spectrum of risks, leaving the banks vulnerable to unforeseen liquidity crises. The stage of concern isn't limited to just these 3 banks, as Moody's gaze extends to Truist, Cullen/Frost, and U.S. Bancorp. Their reasons echo the warning's refrain: rising pressures within the commercial real estate domain and the looming specter of diminishing bank assets. The paradigm shift brought on by remote work post-pandemic has cast shadows over the value of office spaces, and with it, the stability of banks that finance these deals. The domino effect threatens to resonate across regional and community banks, further perpetuating the vulnerabilities they face. Yet, as this narrative unfolds, it is crucial to remember the scale of this fragility. Moody's emphasizes that most regional banks are perched with regulatory capital far below their larger counterparts and international peers. This stark divide in resilience places these institutions at a precipice, struggling to uphold their financial integrity in a rapidly changing economic landscape. The somber symphony orchestrated by these developments crescendos as Moody's also downgrades smaller U.S. banks, including names like Commerce Bank Shares, BOK Financial Corporation, and M&T Bank Corporation. This demotion is rooted in the unsettling prospect of diminishing asset value, amplifying the specter of instability for smaller banks, especially those entangled in the web of commercial real estate. As we navigate this sea of financial uncertainties, one question emerges with haunting clarity. Are we standing on the brink of a banking crisis, or can the financial titans find their footing once more? In this uncertain epoch, the fate of the banking sector is intertwined with our collective response, urging us to consider the avenues that will safeguard not only these financial giants, but also the intricate tapestry of our economic world. What measures should be taken to fortify the financial foundations that underpin our lives? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and remember to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on global economic news. See you on the next video, and please like and share if you enjoy our content.